Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Mic broke for a second. Oh, welcome, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's June 4th. I hope you're doing well. I haven't streamed in a while. That music, the first song, that was Felix Mendelssohn. That was the Hebrides Overture. It was a very good song, one of my favorites. This is Prokofiev. This is Romeo and Juliet, a ballet he wrote. Anyways, enough about that. I hope you're all doing well. There's some stuff I want to talk about first related to current events. If you're not interested in hearing about current events and what's going on, you can mute until you see the Seaman. That's fine. Some people don't want to hear about shit. That's good. That's fine with me. I totally understand. Anyway, I hope you're doing well and you're doing safe. Recently, the past week, I've been keeping up, watching a lot of streams, watching a lot of what's going on in the world and in the United States, and it's very, I mean, it's fucked up, but it's not to be unexpected. You know, in our country, we've had a lot of issues with racism. We've had a lot of issues with this country over the last 10 years, probably more than 10 years, like 15 years now, becoming a more militarized police state, which is something that I've been very vocally against for a long time. I think if you have a military, you don't also need to have a military police. I find the concept of using the military against your own citizens to be absolutely disgusting and un-American. And I mean, I've talked about my history and my family's history a little bit on stream before. Some of you know I'm Jewish. My dad was the first person in my family who was born in the United States, and a big part of my extended family was killed in the Holocaust. My grandfather and my great uncle survived, but most of their family was killed. And so I've heard their stories, and I've heard them talk about their experience in Germany during World War II. And, you know, they were just kids during this time. I think my grandfather was maybe like 13 or 14, and my great uncle was 11 when they escaped from a truck that was taking them to a concentration camp. And they lived in the woods for weeks until a family took them in on their farm because they were stealing chickens from this family. And eventually they were able to come to the United States. And, you know, they came to the United States for a chance at, you know, a better life and a chance at freedom. And they came with nothing, and they were able to, you know, become moderately successful and provide for their families with nothing. And, you know, I think the system in the United States had very different goals and ideals when World War II was happening. And I think post-World War II, there's been too much of a focus on the United States becoming, you know, a superpower. It's always posturing. It's always politics. And I've talked about it before. I don't really like the U.S. Political system. I don't like most politicians in the United States because I think their primary goal is to serve themselves and not the people that they represent. And so, you know, the stuff that's going on now is a culmination of all these different things, you know, between racism, between having a military state, having a group of people that are freely able to exert power over the citizens of the country, I think is honestly disgusting. And you know, it's a very complicated situation, and I've seen on the internet, I've seen on Twitter, I've seen on Reddit. I don't go on Facebook anymore, so I don't know what's going on there. I can't imagine it's good, but you know, a lot of people approach this from a lot of different angles. And you know, I haven't posted anything on my Twitter about this because, you know, my Twitter is mainly just for notifying people about my streams and some dumb stuff. I don't personally feel like I have much of a platform to spread a message And I think that anything I say would be kind of hollow on social media. I feel like it's kind of just posturing. I'd rather just, talk freely like this about how I feel about the situation. And yeah, so I mean, I hate to see violence and crime, but I also think that there needs to be change in our system. And I hate to be jaded and say this, but I don't have complete faith in our the system's ability to change because of the people who control it. But I might be underwhelmed because of my past experiences with the police, with just racial discrimination in the United States, and seeing how some of my friends are treated and stuff like that. It's weird. I talked about it last Seaman stream, actually, where I thought it was funny that people criticize people who are, I guess you could call them centrists, but people who are middle of the road on certain things. But I think it's common sense to not support racism unless you've grown up in some sort of fucked up situation where that's the norm. I do find it hard to see the outcome of all of this without it. I feel like a lot of the politicians who are fighting for the quote unquote right side right now are also wanting to go back to status quo. And honestly, a lot of this stuff going on really just makes me want to leave the country and go somewhere else. And just hearing the stories from my family and what happened in Germany in the 1940s and stuff like that, I don't know. I just feel very torn about whether or not we as a nation, I think, know what's right, but I don't think our leadership does. And that leadership has changed a lot over the last 50 years, and I still think that there's some sort of curse on politicians where once you go into being a career politician, you start to lose some of your morals. I mean, the same could be said for the people that join the military or the police. Like, you go in it with the best intentions, and then your best intentions and your soul get whittled down by the establishment and the system, how it's been perpetrated for decades, and suddenly you don't realize you're one of the bad guys. So I don't really know. It makes me really sad. I've done some stuff to support in my own way that I think is appropriate. I don't feel the need to broadcast those things or post it on social media or talk about specifics, because really, in a lot of ways, this is, my voice isn't the one that needs to be heard right now. So, yeah, I mean, it's complicated. I feel like a big part of it stems from lack of education too. Our schools are really underfunded. There's just so many variables, man. It's been going on. I mean, if you've had your eyes open, it's been like this for a long time. So it's sad to see. I mean, it's amazing to see people come together for something they so strongly support, but it's sad to see the reaction of the establishment that we have. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, I guess. But in the meantime, I hope you guys stay safe, and you do what you need to do, and never forget this shit. Because it seems like a lot of stuff that's happened over the last 10 years, a lot of people already forgot that, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. But, yeah. I don't know. Scary shit, man. Anyways, enough about that for now. I mean, it's always in my mind. It's a big part. Aside from being busy with other stuff, it's a big part of why I haven't streamed recently. It's just like I've been very absorbed in what's going on and what it means for everyone and for myself. And it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Also, happy Pride Month to all of those of you who take part, and love and appreciate you. Keep being yourself. Be who you want to be, unless you're some sort of sick fuck that's gonna, hurt other people. Don't be that. Well, I hate that we have to put that like a caveat on be who you want to be, unless you're gonna be a piece of shit, right? So, just yeah, take care of yourselves and do what you want to do, but don't hurt anyone. So enough of that. We're gonna play some Seaman. Last time we played Seaman, he was talking some major shit on humanity, and I at this point right now, I'm thinking he was kind of right. So I don't know what Seaman's gonna say today. We'll see. But after we finish Seaman, I might play something else. I don't think this is gonna be a sit and watch Iron Chef edition of Seaman. We'll do a few fast forwards and skips and stuff, but yeah. Also, another thing with just all the current events going on, you know, make sure you stay informed from multiple sources. I've seen a ton of misinformation coming from all sorts of outlets about the situation. And really, the only way you can get a clear idea and a clear picture of the situation is to listen to multiple viewpoints. It's shocking how this event has generated so many videos and clips from streams and stuff like that that anybody with any viewpoint can find a 30-second clip that'll make you support their viewpoint. Whether it's, these looters are terrible and they need to be shot, look at what they're doing, or, these police are being excessively brutal, or these police are being supportive of the cause. There's always things that can be taken out of context when you have like a 30-second clip, and people will use that to spread whatever their personal agenda is. So the best thing you can do is to, stay informed from multiple viewpoints, even the viewpoints you don't agree with. Those can be an important contrast. So I'd like to stress that message. I think that goes hand in hand with the education stuff. But anyways, whew, a lot of shit, man. And we thought it was and we thought 2020 was going to be shit just because of the virus, among other things. All right, let's pop on over. Let's pop off. Let me get rid of this real quick. And but yeah, after Seaman, I might play something else. I played a little bit of more Terraria off stream, and I was thinking of maybe doing a little bit of Terraria. So I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I got a spicy water here. Let's crack the spicy water open. Phone, please. Ow. I got some weird flavors. They add new flavors. This is LaCroix, everyone's least favorite, but I don't mind it. I got a few new flavors. I got hibiscus, limoncello, and watermelon are all new. This is hibiscus right now. It's interesting. You'd think, oh, it tastes like flowers. That's weird, but it actually tastes pretty good. Let's take a sip. Fizzy. It's like fruity. It's like a fruity flower. They definitely, it's not pure hibiscus. They definitely added some other flavor to this to make it taste the way it does, because it tastes like hibiscus and berry. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, hibiscus, that's probably going to taste like shit. But it's actually probably my favorite of the new ones. The limoncello one is pretty good too. It tastes like lemon shortbreads. All right. Let's see. So I already set my time. We already time traveled back. So the Seaman should be okay. So current events haven't reached Seaman yet, but we'll inform. Oh, yes. How silly of me. Yeah. I mean, on the plus side, I've been able to keep busy through everything that's going on with work and other important things that I can't talk about right now, pep secrets, but one day. Oh, this isn't moving. There we go. Yeah, hibiscus is pretty good.
Good evening. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Your schedule appears to be quite erratic. I hope that Seaman is not disturbing your everyday routine. First, a recap of your previous visit. The eggs have hatched, and new creatures emerged. Due to their appearance, we will call them cadmen. At the moment, the habitat contains 6 cadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level.
I just realized it
So
says
let us head over to the tank.
3:48 a.m. I guess I didn't change the time. It's not 3:48 a.m. by the way. I mean, it is somewhere, maybe. Not really. It's 1:56 p.m. So I don't think time really works like that. All right. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get the heat up.
It's cold in here.
I know it's cold.
Oh, goody.
Yay!
I thought I was a frozen seaman for sure. Hey, cut that out. I'm trying to get some sleep here.
I guess it is pretty late for them. Let's see. Gotta do this. Gotta remember how to play the game. Here's some splorts. Oh, we got spiders. Spider, go away. No. Spider bite hurt. I can't grab the spider. Where'd it go? I guess I'll put them in here. I don't know where it went. All right. Everything seems to be okay in here. Let's see how
Hey, listen up.
Who's talking? What's up? Talk to me. Or not.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you listening?
Yes.
What's all that racket? Oh, hello. You woke me up in the middle of a bad dream. I dreamt I was naked at school.
Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, that was it, then. Okay, well, I'm sorry.
Hey, I hope you're planning on putting that back.
Uh-oh. Whoa, what the fuck's going on here? We have feeding is occurring. Or sex. I can't tell. Are you okay, Pookie? Oh, well. Well, I guess that's the natural way of things. He's just taking a nap. No big deal. Where's Pookie 2? Hello, Pookie. I love you.
I love you too, Pookie.
Let's talk.
Do you own another game system besides your Sega Dreamcast?
Yes.
You own more than one game system?
Yes.
Wow. I hope you still find time to go outside. Or better yet, feed and bathe yourself.
You know, sometimes. How are you?
Hey, Seaman, don't play that.
Oh, okay. Are you hungry?
Oh, you humans and your slang. It's so cute.
No, I asked you if you were hungry, dog. Are you hungry?
No, leave me alone.
Okay. How about some tickles? Tickle, tickle. There, all better. How are you feeling?
What did you do this time?
I didn't do anything. Look, he's got little legs now. I don't remember those. Talk to me.
What's another game system you own?
Oh, he's not gonna know any of the future ones. Uh, Sega Genesis.
Yes, it's the American dream. 2 cars in every garage and 2 Sega game systems on every television.
I had to rep the brand. I didn't want him to get mad at me. I guess that is the American dream. Two Sega consoles in every household. Do you have a Sega?
What do you want? Do you like your Sega Dreamcast?
Yes.
Well, that's good to know because I've been authorized to award you a check for $10,000 for saying that.
Oh shit, I'm getting
My
paid.
ass.
Oh fuck. Do you even have an ass? You have like a, or just like a hole? Thank you, Sega, for sponsoring this stream. Sponsored by Sega and LaCroix. Not really, that's a joke. Really, we gotta clarify that. In the Japanese version, there's an extra stage past the Frogman, and it's a lizard man. That's interesting. Are you okay? Talk to me. Oh, nice jump, dog. Do you like Sega? He doesn't want to talk. Yeah. Where'd he go? That's not Pookie 2. Tell me a story.
Everything's going black.
No! Pookie 2, no! Stop! Stop! Oh, fuck. Well. You were a good lad. Everybody, rip Pookie 2, I guess. Well, you seem to be... All the ones with the legs are getting eaten, man. Looks like this one's gonna be next. I wish to name you. I want to give you a name.
What's up?
Let me name you.
What next generation game consoles are you looking forward to?
The PlayStation 2.
Wow, that's all I ever hear about anymore. Be original and buy another Dreamcast.
Oh,
You
okay.
never know when you're going to need another one.
That's true. I mean, you never know. I want to name you.
Not a lot.
Okay, not what I said. I wish to name you. I want to give you a name. Let me name you. God damn it, for you fucking fish. I want to give you a name. What do you have to say? I fucking forget now. Let me name you. What's your name? No, it's not fucking responding. Let me name you.
Coming, Your Majesty.
Oh, hello.
So what games do you like? Sports? Shooters? What?
Shooters.
You know I don't appreciate that kind of language.
Oh.
Ass face.
All right. Not... Think you took what I said out of context? I said shooters? I don't know what you thought I said. I wish to give you a name.
You don't know? Let me repeat the question. I said... So what games do you like? Sports? Shooters? What?
Shooters.
So you like the shoot-'em-up games, huh?
Yes.
Does the violence in those games ever bother you?
No.
Well, I think it's something you should put some thought into. I've heard theories that violent games can make a person jaded. Some people want you to stop playing those shoot-'em-up games all the time and start playing games where you, oh, I don't know, pick flowers and garden, you know.
Well, I mean, he's not wrong about me being jaded, but I don't think it's because I play shooter games. God, we got a bunch of dead seamen in here. Talk to me.
No.
Oh, all right. Let me name you. I want to give you a name. Fuck.
What?
I wish to name you. Oh, it's saving right now. I wish to name you. One of you fucking seamen better let me... Did another one die? Oh, no. I wish to name you. give you a name. I want to name you. Let me do my show. They aren't taking questions right now. They're not interested in me. You're a bunch of fucking fish freaks. Yeah, see, no response. What's with your fucking weird legs, bro? You got some weird fucking fish legs. What's the deal with fish legs? I ain't never seen a fish with no legs before.
Get your meat hooks off me. Put me down, air sucker. Come on, let me go. Stop grabbing me.
Was that like, oh, I can't do a Seinfeld impression. I can't do any impression. Seaman.
Let's be sure and get my name right, skin puppet.
Oh, skin puppet, huh?
So what would you say is your favorite game so far for the Sega Dreamcast?
Ooh, good question. Power Stone.
A fighting game, huh? I myself am a lover, not a fighter.
Yeah, I've been seeing you guys loving each other all day. Doesn't look very, non-violent to me. I will give you a name. You require a name.
This better be good.
I will name you. None of them want to fucking be named. We could tickle them. Coochie coochie coo. Oh, this is a weird angle.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Oh, 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 oh.
I want to name you. Talk to me.
Yes.
Let's talk. I also think part of it is that this Dreamcast mic is a piece of shit. And I never know, because you don't, like, see a waveform or a playback of your voice. I never know when I'm talking too close to it. Or not. Let's talk. Talk to me.
I have nothing to say.
Oh, alright. What happened to that spider?
You know, some people
there it
say
is.
that like most video game characters, I'm not real and that I don't exist. Can you believe this? It's a bit of a shock to say the least. I mean, if I don't exist, then what am I? Am I just some imaginary creature? I mean, do you think I exist?
Yes.
Well, at least you believe in me. Which is good because I believe in you too. But I want you to know that I exist beyond the realms of an imaginary creature. I am real. You probably can't imagine the feeling. The shock of being told you don't exist. It destroys everything you hold dear. Your reality becomes shattered. But why don't I exist? I'm living, I'm breathing, and I'm thinking with my heart and soul. I tell you, I exist just as much as you do. Please, I need some time alone to think about this. I'll talk to you later.
Oh my gosh. We're getting into some existential crisis territory. I mean, in some ways, Seaman exists more than all of us do because he's probably more popular than all of us. How many of you guys have a Wikipedia entry talking about you? Right? I know I don't. On the free encyclopedia that anyone can edit. Let's play a game.
Cheerio.
Oh, okay. We got some dead fucking fish out here. Oh man, Pookie too. You gonna be alright, bro? Yeah, I'd rather not have one either, right? I'm fine. I've never I've never understood the desire. I mean, I kind of understand the desire people have to want to be like remembered after they're gone. But I don't think it's that like I'm not too like torn up about the idea that after I die, not a lot of people are gonna remember my name. You know? Yeah, it might be a fear of death thing. I don't know. I mean, if people remember me, cool. If I don't, it's not gonna affect me because I'm gonna be dead. Right? Let's talk. Talk to me.
Blah, blah, blah. Happy?
No. I can move some rocks around. This is fun. I wish Seaman 2 had a translation. Even if someone did a translation patch that just was subtitles, that would be pretty cool. Because I have a feeling that they improved some of the stuff in terms of like the conversational things. Oh, I guess I wouldn't be able to answer questions, right? Without it being fully translated. Yeah, so you would never be able to translate it. I mean, technically, I'm sure it's possible. It would just be like reprogramming the whole game, basically. Am I gonna play Battlefield 5? No. Let's just tickle all our tadpoles.
Oh, knock it off.
Gotta keep them. Gotta keep the tads happy. I haven't fed these guys in a while. I'm surprised
I
they're
love
hungry.
a good belly laugh.
Okay, good. Got some dead fucking critters over here.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Why were you laughing? I wasn't tickling you. Tickle Pookie 2 back to life? I wish.
Stop. I can't take it anymore. Hey, slow down.
I wish to name you.
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
No?
Oh, okay. What's going on then?
A lot.
Oh well. We'll try again later.
Wait, what was the question? Same thing as last time? What do you mean same thing as last time? Let's talk.
You remember our last conversation? You know, The one where we talked about yours truly maybe not existing.
Yeah.
Well, I've been thinking about that ever since, and I came to the conclusion that I do really exist. I am real. Here, allow me to illustrate. Okay, you've heard of John F. Kennedy, haven't you?
Uh-oh. Yes.
Okay, all right. Then do you believe that John F. Kennedy existed?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, how about the Beatles then? Do you think they existed?
Uh-oh. Yes.
All right. You see, you've probably never met these people, but you know they existed because they were on television and in magazines. Well, the same goes for me. I too am on TV and in magazines, and here you are even talking to me and thinking about me, so from that point of view, I exist.
I mean, he's not wrong. I wonder what it's like to really exist. What's it like to exist?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
Yes.
You poor little biped. These anxieties haunt you so. It sounds like you need to come up with your own ways to cope, some sort of closure to your situation. Perhaps you should get out of the house a little. Take a stroll, maybe, to help you clear your mind.
It's not safe.
Is it because you're out of work?
No.
What's bothering you then?
The establishment.
Oh well.
He doesn't know.
We'll
He
try
doesn't
again
know.
later. Do you mind if I flex your brain for a little bit? Let me tell you about my theory. Okay, here goes. You can't accurately measure water's temperature because the thermometer will affect the temperature of the water. You know how when you stick a thermometer in your mouth it feels cold? That means that just by trying to measure your temperature, you're lowering the temperature inside your mouth. Do you know what that means? If measuring something changes reality, then there is no reality independent of observation. Nothing's real until someone measures it, observes it, sees it, hears it, or whatever. People, places, and things exist only because you perceive them. So, when you see me and listen to me, I exist as a part of your consciousness. I become real. And because I can see you and hear you and, smell you, you exist as part of my consciousness. And as I have a very limited attention span, once I forget about you, you will no longer exist. See ya.
Well, shit. I mean, he's not wrong, but that thermometer analogy is a really bad analogy. Because, I mean, you could just explain that with thermodynamics. It's not like the thermometer, like, removes fucking energy from existence when it goes into your mouth. What's this one doing? This one picking his nose? Stop picking your nose.
I'm thinking that life is not too bad, you know?
Yeah, maybe for you, dog. I mean, you're probably gonna die. One of these other tadpoles is gonna
there it is.
kill you.
See you later. Okay, let's talk about...
Uh-oh.
No, maybe tomorrow.
Let's talk about what? Maybe tomorrow. Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk about... No, maybe tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Maybe we've exhausted our dialogue for today. Rip. Let's talk. Talk to me.
Can I help you?
Talk to me.
No, I'm done for today.
Oh, all right. I think they want to sleep anyway. Uh-oh.
No, it's too hot now.
Oops. I'm sorry. It'll cool down. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Man, fish sticks sound good right now, though. I'll tell you what. Or like a fillet of fish. Get some of that cheap cod. I got cans of tuna in my fridge.
It's a little too warm in here.
I know, I know. I feel like I should let the heat go down before I go to the next day. I don't know why I feel that way, but... They aren't happy. They aren't happy right now.
It's a little too warm in here.
I am aware. Yeah, I mean, even with a fan translation of that game, like, how are you gonna talk if you don't know Japanese? I don't think it would be very playable. Just learn Japanese, yeah, easy. You play it with Google Translate or something.
It's a little too warm in here.
Please, I just want my Seaman to be cool. I don't want it to be hot. Got all these dead Seamen.
I'm a little hot.
I know, I'm sorry, you guys. You fucking freaks of nature.
Who turned on the lights?
Sorry. I wonder if in the Japanese version of this game, Seaman was as, like, smarmy. I'm guessing he probably was.
It's kind of hot in here.
It's going down. Probably even more. Yeah, possibly. They are not happy. It's okay, Tickles. Forget about the heat. Oh yeah, Sega had their weird announcement thing that, like, didn't they hype everyone up for it like it was going to be some big thing?
It hurts.
And then it turned out to be like streaming arcade machines in Japan only, and
It's kind of hot in
a
here.
shitty tiny Game Gear with 4 games on it. I mean, the Game Gear thing looks cool, but it's dumb that they only put 4 games and then they tried to sell 4 different ones. Like, that's so, like, obviously not cool as a consumer. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'll just play Game Gear games on my computer then.
It's kinda hot.
Yeah, the arcade streaming thing
My, it's hot in here.
is kind of cool, but yeah, it's Japan only, so cool, I guess. Also, I'm amazed they would make the screen of the Game Gear even smaller than it already was. Like, with modern technology, I get, like, that's the novelty of it. It's almost like it probably has, like, a little keychain ring kind of thing. You can put it on a keychain or something, but, like, come on, at least...
It's kinda hot.
Isn't it like an 1.5-inch display? It's like looking at a postage stamp. Who wants to play on that? Even the Game Boy Micro, I think, has a bigger screen than that. And that thing is small as shit. It was 2 inches? The Game Boy... Okay, so the Game Boy Micro is like a 1/2 inch bigger. So it's the Game Gear, like, Nano at that point. I'm sorry for your suffering, lads.
My, it's hot in here.
God, Dragon, I don't want to have any thoughts about that. Not while I'm playing Seaman, please. Where'd that spider go? Yeah, it looks like a cheap bargain bin thing that they'd sell at Walmart. It doesn't seem like an actual cool product.
It's kinda hot.
It seems like something some, like, suit came up with. Some dude who works at Sega who doesn't even play video games was like, we got the Game Gear. Let's make a tiny Game Gear. Yeah, if it was like $15, or if it was $40 and it had like over 50 games on it, then yeah, sure. Or if it was like appropriately sized, like a super thin Game Gear with like a 2-inch screen or like even a 3-inch screen that was like, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Awfully warm in here.
And people were getting so hyped up for it too. People thought Microsoft was buying Sega. Or that they were going to announce like like a Skies of Arcadia remake or sequel or something like that. I mean, I guess it's I feel like the people who are going to buy it are going to like it's going to be like grandparents who buy it for their kids for like
awfully warm in
Christmas that don't know any better.
Hot.
Can you imagine if you got that as like a birthday present or a Christmas present? It's like, here's your tiny Game Gear that's going to cause eye strain. And oh yeah, you can have 4 games. Oh, what a fucking joke. Talk to me. Let's talk.
Talk is overrated.
All right.
It's kind of hot in here.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying the Microsoft buying Sega is a good idea, but I'm pretty sure everyone who works at Sega, I'm sure there are very few people at Sega now who are part of like the original Sega. All right, I think I'm going to jump ahead in time here. I don't think they're going to talk to me anymore.
I can't see anything.
But you wanted to sleep.
It's kinda hot.
Oh my god, the heater takes so long to go down. Holy shit. I had a Game Gear as a kid. It was cool, but the batteries would die. There were certain games. I remember playing Ristar a lot on Game Gear, and I remember...
Hey, turn on the light so I may see where I'm going.
Alright, fucking hell, dude.
I can't see anything.
I remember not being able to... I remember getting to the end of Ristar on Game Gear multiple times, and the battery dying before I could beat the game. And I don't think I ever had the AC adapter thing for the Game Gear, so I couldn't like plug it in. I wonder what I'm now that I think about it, I probably know. I think I still have some of my Game Gear cartridges. I don't have my Game Gear though, because I think my parents gave it away with like all of my other consoles and gaming stuff when I got sent to boarding school. Rip my shit. All right.
Would you like to save and end the session?
Yes. Okay. All right, let's go into the future a little bit. Oops, not a month. Let's do a day and make it a little later in the morning. Yeah, let's make it like 9. Oh yeah. Fucking hell.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Your schedule appears to be quite erratic. I hope that Seaman is not
Stop
disturbing
talking
your
shit on my
everyday
schedule,
routine.
Nimoy.
Let's see. The Tadmen have developed hands. Did you see the Tadmen sucking each other's blood?
Yeah.
It is a terrible battle for survival, but it's a necessary part of their development. Nature can be cruel. At the moment, the habitat contains 4 Tadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
Is there ever a time when they aren't suffering from the cold? I mean, I guess if you play every 2 hours, maybe not, but Nimoy's very judgmental of my schedule. You thought he said erect? Speaking of erect, did anybody watch What We Do in the Shadows? The new episode? Wow. It was like a whole boner episode. It was boners and Shark Tank. It was a very strange episode. Oh, God. Well, the corpses are gone. It was good, though. Yeah, boner sharks. And witches.
It's about time.
Ugh.
took you long enough.
Don't know where the episodes are. They're on FX, or no, they're on Hulu, I think.
Hey, you.
If I were playing on an emulator, I totally would make a save state and just kill them all. But since I'm not playing on an emulator,
Hello?
can't really do that.
Is anyone out there?
Who's talking to me? Hello?
Morning.
There's some weird level of detail stuff that happens when you zoom out where like parts of their face disappear. It's weird.
Oh, I can't feel my face.
Uh-oh. Here we go again. I hate that their tubes on their head look like fucking earthworms. They have like these wormy protrusions. I can't scare off the one doing the sucking. It's the natural, it's the flow of, it's the circle of life. I am just a bystander to the miracle, this miracle right here. Oh, they're disgusting frog legs. Talk to me.
Lately, I've been thinking about the preoccupations you humans, especially Americans, have with media.
Oh shit, here
It
we
seems
go.
as if the subjects most of you like to talk about are not politics or philosophy, but rather movies and television. I'd like to know more about what your interests are in these areas. So, first off, since you are in fact human, I'm assuming you like to watch movies. Tell me, do you prefer renting them or going to the cinema?
Renting them.
So you don't like to deal with the crowds or the high price of movie tickets? Well, I don't blame you. At least when you watch a movie at home, you can put it on pause when you have to use the bathroom. And you don't have to worry about sitting behind a really tall man either. Unless, of course, your living room furniture is oddly arranged. Now tell me, when you rent movies, do you usually watch them on a DVD player or a VCR?
VCR.
Still using the old VCR, huh? Pretty soon I think VCRs will go the way of the 8-track tape player.
No way. I don't see that happening. What's your favorite movie? Do you have a nice DVD collection? I think I talked about it on stream one time before, but my dad, I remember, bought a DVD player when they were like brand new. Because I'm pretty sure, maybe he didn't buy it, maybe he just got it, because I'm pretty sure his company worked with Panasonic, or it was probably Panasonic, on some of the DVD technology. And I remember at the time there were only like 8 movies on DVD, and I remember we had Jumanji was like one of the first movies we had on DVD. I'm trying to think what some of the other early DVDs were that we had. But for some reason, I just remember Jumanji. Jumanji was good. I miss Jumanji. I didn't see the new ones. I like Jumanji 2, Dark Jumanji a lot. Especially the tiger is very threatening in Jumanji 2. That's the true Jumanji sequel. Let's talk. Are you hungry?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I haven't fed these dudes. Oh yeah, I should check out my my cage. I got like a lot of bugs here. I don't know what's going on back here. I think this one just hatched. Oh yeah, The Matrix was another pretty early one on DVD. I feel like that was still like a couple years after we got a DVD player though. What year did Jumanji come out? Tickle tickle. Oh, the animation is so weird right now.
Why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Stop grabbing me. Put me down, air sucker. Let me go. Get your meat hooks off me. Hey, do I grab you?
He's turning into Bungie? Yeah. Oh, fuck. Look at this mess. Maybe that's why they're not hungry. They ate the dead ones. Well, we got 3 left. Talk to me.
I'm fascinated that not only are there so many movie lovers, but there are so many completely different types of movies. Which type do you like? Horror films? Westerns? What?
Psychological thriller.
Okay, let's try this again, shall we? What type of movies do you like?
Comedies.
You like to laugh along with comedies, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's my second choice after the Yes.
That's good.
After the
Laughter
existential
is
dread
medicine
movies.
for the soul. And I hear it comes in a new easy-to-swallow caplet form.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Look at the face. Imagine if that's the face you made during sex. I guess some people make that face. Man, this is like some Renaissance painting shit. The fall of Seaman. The fall of Tadman. He's just sleeping. It's okay. Well, we got 2 left. Which one's it gonna be? I want to give you a name. Let me name you.
What?
Let me name...
So,
oh, okay.
what would you say is your all-time favorite movie?
Ooh. The Fall.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't know that one, do you? Because it came out after you were made. Do you really exist if you can't learn new informations? Let's talk.
Well, we were talking about movies, but the biggest influence on your culture has got to be television. A lot of people these days own 2, 3, or more. Tell me, how many hours per week would you say you spend watching TV?
None.
You only watch a little bit? Is that right?
Yes.
That's pretty impressive considering just how much TV there is to watch these days. It's hard to avoid it.
Seaman doesn't know about YouTube or Twitch, so we're not counting those. Do you watch TV?
A tangy beef stew. Only enough for me, though.
What? Tangy beef stew? Will you share your beef stew?
You know, I've seen you naked. Now that's scary.
How does he know? I wish to name you.
Amazing. Well, yes, I guess so.
I want
So
to
when you
okay.
do watch TV, what type of shows are your favorites? Sitcoms? Cartoons? What?
Sitcoms.
You like sitcoms, huh?
Yes.
It would be great if all of life's problems could be solved in a half hour, wouldn't it?
Yeah. A Seaman sitcom would be good. I'd watch that.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
I hate how it moves.
Quit it. It hurts.
And we got this fella over here. He's just sleeping. Just having a nap. This other one's not bothered at all. I want to name you. I don't know why I
What's
can't name
up?
him anymore. I want to give you a name.
Seaman, at your service.
Okay, I guess no more naming. Naming nuts. Cashew nut. Filbert nut. Pistachio nut. Walnut. Red walnut. Almond nut. Brazil nut. Yeah, I'm just naming nuts. Let's talk. Talk to me.
Well, thanks for telling me a little about your TV habits. This little box seems to have grabbed a hold of people's minds so inextricably, but you don't really seem to be the typical specimen. Maybe you prefer to get your experience live and not through a glass screen. I think that's worthy of some praise, don't you? Just don't get a big head about it.
Let's not tell Seaman about smartphones yet. He doesn't know. That spider still around here somewhere? No, looks like it's gone. Got any spiders in here? How do you feel about dead seamen in your cage?
Say it with me. See-man.
Yeah, sorry, seaman.
One more time. See-man. Seaman. Good. I knew you could get it. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and assume you like music. It's another medium you humans are fascinated with. Well, what kind of music do you listen to? Rock, hip-hop, what?
Everything.
Not very discriminating, are we? Oh well.
Oh, okay. I guess I shouldn't have answered that way. I do like pretty much all types of music. I don't like there's some genres within other genres that I like more than others. Like I don't like traditional country music, but I like bluegrass music. There's some things I like more than others, obviously. This dude doesn't. I like rap a lot. There's a lot of rap I like. There's a lot I don't like. I mean, that's the same with every genre. It's pretty weird to say you don't like an entire genre when there's like plenty of good stuff. Viper is actually good. Yeah, y'all cowards. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, my music taste I go through moods. Like, I'll be in a mood to only listen to like fucking vaporwave, or then I'll be in a mood to only listen to like, 70s rock, or I'll only be in a mood to listen to, ambient electronic or something like that. Yeah, Ween is great. They were great before they turned into a meme because of SpongeBob. Let's talk. Talk to me.
Coming, Your Majesty.
Talk to me. Let's talk.
Now I want to ask you about the most important medium of all, the printed word. Tell me, do you enjoy reading?
Yes. Yes.
You like to, huh?
Yes.
That's great. Reading is the greatest of all forms of entertainment because it allows you to use your imagination. You're not bound to someone else's version of what a character or scene looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best. I mean, it has that unique quality to it. Can you read?
What can I do for you?
I don't know. Tell me a story.
You should be.
Oh. Okay. Getting tired of looking at this fucking frog ass, man. Let's talk. I wish to speak with you, Seaman.
Eh? Tell me, how many books have you read in the past year?
I don't know, like a dozen?
Come on, just a rough estimate. It doesn't have to be exact.
10.
Well, that's great. I hope you continue reading more. What kind of books do you like?
Fantasy.
Well, it's no wonder you're sitting here talking to me. I'm about as sci-fi as you get, aren't I? But I'm real.
Pretty sure I said
Well,
fantasy.
I feel like I know a little more about how you keep yourself entertained. There is so much being produced out there for your perusal. Movies, books, TV, music. If your full-time job was being entertained, you probably still wouldn't be able to take it all in. Nor would you want to, I guess, because there's a lot of garbage out there, too. But as far as I know, human beings are the only animal smart enough to entertain itself in a complex way. So I say, take advantage of as much of it as you can. Even if you're just staring at a cop show eating bonbons for an hour.
Oh, okay. Cop shows and bonbons, huh? Boy, the 90s were a thing. Haven't had bonbons in a long time. You like bonbons?
You called?
Why are we here?
What's up?
Do I exist?
What's wrong, Fuzzy? Is it the same thing as last time?
No. No.
Oh, okay. What's going on then?
The world.
I'm going to go do a couple of laps.
Oh, okay.
Doctor's orders.
I wonder...
Ooh, that's a load off my mind.
What?
See ya.
Oh. What's a load off your mind? You didn't say anything. Help me.
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Oh, okay.
You know, it struck me that I've been around you for quite some time now, participating in your daily routines. However, I'm not quite sure exactly where we are. I'm guessing we are somewhere in America, but the details are fuzzy. Like you, fuzzy. Anywho, I was wondering if you'd be so kind as to tell me which state we're residing in currently.
Alright, Seaman's gonna dox us. California.
We're in California, the Golden State?
Yes.
I see. What big city are we near?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is home to all the attractive people like you, isn't it? Well, I suppose I'm going to be just another pretty face around here. So, how do you feel about all the tourists?
They're fine.
Yes, okay, sure.
He didn't understand. I don't really, I mean, I lived in one place that was kind of a tourist hotspot. But, I mean, tourists don't really bother me. Good for the economy, I guess. Talk to me.
Let's try this again. I said, so how do you feel about all the tourists?
They're good.
Jeez, did you just fart? I'm
No.
out of here.
No. I didn't, I swear. Wait, does he want me to say yes or no? Talk to me. Oh, fuck.
This better be good.
Let's talk.
Let's try this again. I said, so how do you feel about all the tourists?
They're good.
Wait. Time out. I'm not feeling so good all of a sudden.
He didn't like that. Talk to me. I'll just say I like them. Let's talk. Oh. Saving. Oh, no. Oh, shit. The other one, I thought they were gonna fucking, you know, do the deed. Talk to me.
Seriously, I want to know. I said, so how do you feel about all the tourists?
I like them.
Hey, why all the noise?
What? I mean, the other one, they share like a collective mind. I'll try if yes or no doesn't work with that question. Talk to me. Let's talk.
Let me start over. I said, so how do you feel about all the tourists?
Good.
Let's think about what you said, shall we? I'll see you later.
I said good, bro. Let's talk.
Let me repeat the question. I said, so how do you feel about all the tourists?
Bad.
Interesting.
Okay, you get that.
Personally, I'd get really sick of strangers causing traffic problems and making all of my favorite places too busy to go to.
I mean, traffic around LA sucks even without tourists, so. Plus, Southern California, honestly, it's kind of hard to tell who's a tourist and who's just from, like, a few cities over. Because, like, basically from LA to almost San Diego, there's kind of a gap between South Orange County and San Diego, but, like, the LA metro area is kind of like one giant sprawling urban area. I mean, it's suburbs and urban, but there's no like clear dividing lines between most of the cities in Southern California. It's just one big blob. I mean, each city has its own different like feel and vibe for sure, but if you get on the freeway from like where I am and you drive all the way to LA, there's no like empty space. It's all just, you know, city pretty much. It's not like Tokyo though. I've been to Tokyo and Tokyo is like full on urban developed every way you look. I personally don't like LA that much. There's some nice parts of LA. Yeah, there are trees. There's like some space. There are like some nature preserves and things like that, but I mean, I like some stuff about Southern California. There's a lot I don't like about Southern California, but you know, it's not a bad place to live, I guess. Some parts of it are very bad. Some parts of it are like some of the nicest places in the world. Live in Georgia. I went to a wilderness program in Georgia when I got sent away in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Georgia's pretty nice. I mean, the East Coast to me all feels very much the same. It's just lots of trees. To me, the western side of the United States is much more interesting. Basically, once you go, if you're in the middle of the country, like Colorado, and you go east of Denver, it's not a whole lot until you get to like the East Coast states, and then it starts to become more like foresty, I guess. I mean, the south central, southwest areas, like New Mexico's a really cool state. Texas has some cool shit going on. California, I mean, California, the thing is like, California's climate has a lot of like diverse microclimates. So you have a lot of different parts that are like, you have stuff that's like more deserty and stuff that's more scrub brush. But then if you go up north, you have like redwood forests and shit like that. Yeah, Northern and Southern California could be two different states completely. Even like the Central Valley and desert areas are kind of like their own thing. Is he gonna talk to me? Just save. Let's talk. Talk to me.
This better be good.
I lived in a few different places on the East Coast, and like, I don't hate it. I think the further south you go, you know, I don't like the climate as much because it starts to get really like humid and wet, and there are lots of insects, and I'm not a huge fan of that. New York, I lived in a few places in New York. I liked living outside of the city on the Hudson River. It was really nice, where it was like a couple hours outside of the city was really chill, where I went to culinary school. I liked that. I lived in Syracuse for a while too. I didn't like Syracuse very much. It has some nice parts, but the city has a lot of problems. Talk to me.
Are you trying to break my thing that allows me to hear?
No? Let's talk.
Brr, it's cold in here. Can I get some heat?
Yeah, Rochester is
I'm warmer now, thanks.
has some nice parts. I will say I'm not the biggest fan of New Jersey, at least the parts of New Jersey that I've been through, which is mainly just driving on the turnpike. New Jersey drivers, boy, I'll tell you what. They really like to drive like crazy people. But yeah, I lived in the woods, and it was like, God, what part of Georgia was it? I mean, Blue Ridge Mountains. I'd have to look at a map to think about where I actually was in Georgia. It was a very long time ago. And then I lived in like South Virginia, right on the North Carolina border for a while. That's where the crazy kid school that I went to was. It was like in the middle of nowhere. It was weird. It was around a lot of Civil War, like historic areas, which was interesting. Talk to me.
I must tell you that your country truly fascinates me. Here at the beginning of a new millennium, the most visible signs of change for America is that it continues to get stronger and more influential in the world. Yet for a country with so much influence, it's made up of so many disparate parts. Californians are often singled out as being completely different from the rest of the country, yet your influence seems to be greatest of all. Colonial reachings have even brought places like Alaska and Hawaii into the fold. What will your future be like? Will there be 55 states in 100 years? Will there be no states at all? These are the things I think about. And I'm sure you have too.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it a little bit recently. Just a bit. I mean, this game was pre 9/11 too. It would have been cool if this game, because I mean the Dreamcast had internet. It would have been interesting if this game got updates based on current events. I think that would have been a little, probably didn't have the budget for something like that, but could have been interesting. What do I mean by crazy kid school? When I was in high school, I got kicked out of high school, and instead of me going to like the like correctional school in my district, my parents didn't want me to go there where all the bad kids went, so they instead sent me to this boarding school that was run by like former cult members, that is part of this like network of correctional schools that I think they've kind of died down a bit because there was some legislation against them. But yeah, I went to this school that was basically like this weird cult school in the middle of nowhere that made you do fucked up stuff, and like you had like group therapy meetings like 3 times a week, like AA meetings, and like I don't know. I've talked about it a few times on stream. A lot of weird shit went down there. Yeah, there was a lot of brainwashing type stuff. I mean, I tried to, yeah, there's a documentary about, not the one that I went to, but there's a documentary on YouTube about the place that a lot of the founders of the school that I went to, they're called therapeutic boarding schools, but they aren't really therapeutic, considering like a lot of the people they don't actually have like any ability to practice like psychology or anything like that. Like I don't know. It was weird. Anything super weird? There was a workshop. They make you do these workshop things throughout your stay there. And during one of the workshops, they make you go around to all your friends, and you have to tell your friends. They're simulating a boat sinking, and there's only enough space on the lifeboat for like 5 people, and you have to walk around to everyone and tell everyone whether you think they deserve to live or die. And earlier on in the workshop, they make you write what you think your own eulogy would be before all this weird shit. And then they bring you in later and like lay you down like you're dead, and then they make you read your own eulogy at like a mock funeral thing. It's pretty good shit, man. How old were these kids? 14 to 18? I mean, that's just like scratching the surface of some of the weird shit at that school. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff they did there, I'd say, were appropriate. Maybe like for if you're an adult in therapy, would be things to tackle, but not like when you're a kid, when you're like 14 to 18. And there's a lot of stuff too, like, you know, I would try. My parents to this day still don't really own up to the fact that it was kind of a fucked up thing. And I've had a lot of friends from that school who have either like killed themselves after they graduated, or they died of drug overdoses, or they got into like criminal shit, like died to gang violence and stuff like that. And, you know, it's not surprising when I hear about someone I went to that school with being dead, because a lot of people just like, I don't know. I've been able to process it, and you know, I think there was some value that I got out of it, but I think for some people it was basically like a shotgun approach to therapy, where it's like we'll just be extremely hardcore with it and hope that it sticks. And for some people, that's like not the type of therapy that they needed, and not the type of environment that they needed to be in. But yeah, like you couldn't leave the school. It was like in the middle of nowhere. If you ran away, they'd call the cops on you. You had to go to a wilderness program beforehand where you lived in the woods for like anywhere from a few weeks to a few months with like therapist type people. And you do shit in the wilderness programs where they'd make you hike like 10 or 15 miles all day. And then it turns out you were going in a circle, and then they'd be like, yeah, this is like your life. It's fucked up. It was a very extreme thing, and a lot of the parents of kids there, I wouldn't say all of them, but a lot of them were the kind of things where it's like, I'd rather just pay money to deal with this problem instead of trying to solve it myself, which, you know, you could tell that had an impact on a lot of these kids. There were some who sent their kids there who genuinely did care about them and tried their best, but their kids were just, you know, off the wall. And there are different people. I mean, some people were there because they got into drugs. There was some kids there who like threatened their parents with like a knife or something like that. Some people that were into like some really fucked up shit. There were some kids there that like the only thing they did is like they got picked on a lot at school, so they like refused to go to school and they wouldn't come out of their rooms, and their parents didn't know what to do with them, so they sent them away. So yeah, I think that industry has died down a lot because it was exposed how kind of fucked up it was. I know the school that I went to closed a while ago, and there was all sorts of weird fucking drama around it. Any people from there that you still keep in contact with? Yeah, one of my best friends who lives about like half an hour from me went there with me, and when we were there together, I actually really didn't like him very much. He's probably here. He might be watching right now. He's one of my mods too. I thought he was a pain in the ass, but he was just doing his thing to get by there. And then when we actually hung out outside of the school, like we got along really well. And he's still one of my best friends, so. Let's talk.
Well, I've found out a little about you based on where we live. Now I'm curious if you've learned anything about your fellow humans based on where they live. Tell me, have you ever traveled abroad?
Yes.
Where did you go the last time you
It's not
traveled?
desert or base, no. Wait, what was the question? What was the question?
Ah, majestic Europe.
No?
Quite a change of pace from the western US, I'd imagine. I mean, in Europe, a building that's under 500 years old is still new.
I mean, I've been
This
to
trip
Europe.
gave
That
you
wasn't
some
the last place
perspective
I
out
went.
that. I'm glad to hear you've traveled a bit. You know the expression about walking a mile in someone's shoes? Well, walking a mile in their country is the next best thing. You have no idea how much you don't know about a person until you find out about their home. Humans always seem to play it too safe. They stay in their own little world instead of realizing that the world belongs to those that live in it. And if you don't travel it and learn about it, you're not really living in it, you see. Besides, think of all the hot bods you can meet overseas.
Yes, hot overseas bods. I definitely agree with what he's saying. I mean, being able to travel is a luxury for sure. It's not easy for most people to just be able to take a vacation or travel outside of the country or even within the country. But I've traveled a lot. I've been to probably like 35 states or something like that. But that was mostly just me moving and less me like going for recreational purposes. And I've been to probably like, I don't know, a dozen countries. I've been to Europe. I've been to Japan. I've been to the Middle East. I've been to, not moving between 35 states, just driving through the states and stopping and seeing what's going on in them. I think traveling is like extremely important for expanding your mind. I mean, it's hard to say because I've done it, so I can't feel what I'd feel, you know, if I was in my 30s and I had never traveled at all. But I do think it helps you grow a lot as a person, and it makes you realize how big the world is and how different it can be in different places and stuff like that. Yeah, there was a long time where I had never been to another state, but I had been to several other countries, like when I was a kid. Yeah, there's some dead seamen. We gotta clean out the tank later, but... I wonder what he would have said if I said New Zealand instead of... I didn't hear the question, and he thought I said Europe, I guess. Yeah, I don't think the internet really does the same thing at all. I mean, the internet is good, and having things like you can go on Google Earth VR now and like just go to another country and like stand in a street. But that doesn't, you know, that's not alive. You know, that doesn't have the like the spirit and the soul of the place you're at. I don't think there's been any of the countries I've traveled to outside the US. I don't think there was ever any of the trips that I went on that I like didn't like where I went. I thought every place was really cool. Talk to me.
I have another point to make regarding travel and culture. Shall I share it with you?
Yes.
Okay then. Whether or not you've traveled abroad, you're part of an ever-shrinking world. Sure, you know that. There's even a song about it being a small world after all, but never in history has it become so important to be familiar with and tolerant of other peoples and their cultures. You and your descendants will be forced to deal more and more with people from all over the world. Think of the effect that will have. Cultures will become further mixed. You already see that in small ways, like your pop music with musical styles being combined, in your food with fusion cuisine. It's a natural result of the world's economy becoming mixed, the prevalence of the internet, cheaper, faster travel. The end result will more likely be that there may be no more countries to speak of in the future. The world will be more of a cohesive unit, just as it happened in the United States and is already happening in Europe. That to me is very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, hate to break it to you, buddy. I mean, personally, I mean, I talked about it earlier, but I'm not the biggest fan of nationalism. I mean, nationalism is what causes most modern human conflict. Um, I find that globalism as a boogeyman now is a thing, is kind of an interesting concept, because I mean, from on paper, the idea of like human unity and like the idea of no nations in one world, I mean, that's very Star Trekky, and I like that idea. But the thing is that, you know, modern and contemporary globalism has become economics war between countries, and it causes all sorts of weird issues. I mean, even before the stuff that's been happening recently, the United States has been facing like just the fact that we exported all of our labor over the last like 50 years basically has put us in a very vulnerable position. That was, I think, a huge mistake. But, you know, our generation didn't really have control over that. That was other people's doing. And it was the idea that, you know, oh, Americans shouldn't have to work jobs that are hard work. We should have other people do that, and we can make more money because we can pay them less in other countries. So, I mean, that's not that's it's a that's a tainted form of globalism. That's not what it should be. But also the ideal form of globalism, like how realistic is it when you still have, I mean, obviously we're going through a bunch of shit in America right now, but you can see like in a lot of European countries and a lot of Asian countries and stuff like that, people are still like subjugated by other groups, and even, you know, have their own internal conflicts. So you can't really expect them to be able to function properly in the world as a whole, you know. I wish people could just get along though. And I wish instead of our innate like flight and fight or flight responses, and our prejudice and fear controlling our decisions, I do wish that the human brain had evolved at some point to like focus on, you know, the things you do should be of benefit to not only yourself but all of humanity. But I mean, considering that stuff hasn't changed in like, you know, tens of thousands of human society, I doubt it's really going to change unless it's through like some sort of like forced evolution or technology or something like that. Yeah, we still have lizard brains in a lot of ways. Let's talk.
There's nothing I want to talk about right now.
Oh.
Well, I think that pretty much covers it. Later.
Later. Let's spray the bugs. I'm probably gonna fast forward here. I want to get to the Toad Man today. Let's talk. Talk to me. I don't think he's interested. Let's talk. Talk to me. No? Yes? Maybe? It says now saving. Yeah, the problem, I mean, the idea of using AI to manage government or things is a cool idea in theory, but then you have to remember that like AIs are made by people, and so to an extent, you know, they still have a human imprint on them that, you know, you could be unaccounted for. I mean, realistically, even I follow a lot of like AI research stuff, and I see where it goes. And like realistically, there isn't, we aren't at the point where you could just have an AI like run a country. Nowhere close to that. Plus, I mean, then you have the hypothetical. I guess I know it's fantasy, but like if you watched like the most recent season of Westworld, that's kind of what the whole season is about letting a network that has complete insight and control take over human life. And it's not any better than when humans were running things. In a lot of ways, it's worse. Talk to me. Let's talk. Fucking hell. I don't think they're interested in talking right now. I think there are a lot of practical applications for different AIs that are going to make life a lot more interesting and a lot better for a lot of people in the near future. But yeah, but I mean, there's negative applications too, for sure. Let's talk. These they don't want to talk. You always think the heater is a park bench? Same. I mean, I'm fully expecting that within, the next 10 or 15 years, AI, well, at least like modern AI, like machine learning type stuff, which isn't even that modern. Machine learning's been around since like the 80s. It's just we have, the computation power to use it more effectively now. I think that especially with stuff like games and shit like that, we're going to see games in the next like 10 or 15 years where like the majority of the content is created like on the fly. Like you interact with some like AI and you can just like say what kind of game you want and you'll be able to get something like that. I mean, right now I've seen uses for machine learning for doing like animation in games and for generating art assets and like models and stuff like that.
Would you like to save and end the session?
All right, we're gonna hop forward in time. Yep. Um, give me one quick second, you guys. I gotta go do something really quick. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Tranquil Turnip was asking about if you were going to learn a coding language for video game scripting, is there an obvious good starting point? Yeah, so C sharp is kind of like if you're going to use Unity or if you're going to use Unreal Engine, you should learn C sharp. Um, I don't know C sharp. I learned when I was in college, I learned C++ and Python and a little bit of Java. And if you learn, the thing is if you learn enough programming languages, you can it's easier to jump to other languages. The syntax might be different or some of the structures of how they do things might be different. But like from learning C++, I can understand like if I look at something in C sharp or Java, I can understand what's going on with it. It's harder for me to write something from scratch, but I can look at existing code and know what it's doing. But that's more of a uh general coding knowledge kind of thing, I guess. I mean, now is a great time to learn how to program because there are so many more resources available. Back when I was a kid, I used to go to like Barnes and Noble or Borders and I'd go to like the tech book section and I'd read those like O'Reilly programming guides. I'd just sit in the bookstore and read them. Sometimes I'd buy them, but um a lot of the computer stuff I learned as a kid was from actual books instead of cuz we didn't have YouTube or anything. I changed the day, right? Time. Oh yeah. Sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like if I stuck with computer science stuff. Because that's originally what I went to college for, and I'm worked out of college as like an action script programmer. This is how old how long ago this was. I worked as an action script programmer um, for a company that did like web design stuff, and then I stopped and I started cooking instead. I'm happy I started cooking instead. I think my life was better for it. I think one of the big things is like computers were always a hobby for me. And when it got turned into a job, it made me not like enjoy my hobby anymore. Like I'd come home and I wouldn't want to like touch my computer anymore. Yeah, I think the difference was with programming. I think the environment too. Like I'm not working in an office is not for me. That's not my pace for sure. I'm not an office lad.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings and welcome back. You're doing a good job. Let's see. Last time, the Tad men have developed legs. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 Tad men. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
All right. He said there were 2. We didn't lose another one. That was last time. Yeah, I think one of the things, I mean, if you burn out on a job or if you don't like what you're doing, it's always possible to change careers. It's hard. I can't tell you how many times people when I was working in restaurant things were like, why do you have all this like computer shit on your resume? You probably shouldn't even include it. And it's like, well, I'm just being honest about what I did in college and, you know, my skill set.
How about...
But I think when you have a job that doesn't feel like work and it's just like something that you enjoy doing is kind of like the goal in a lot of ways. I do wish a lot of times I was still working in a restaurant, but because of health things and because of the way shit has gone in my life the last like 4 years,
My buns are still chilly.
it hasn't really worked out that way.
Yay!
What if your job is making drugs like Mr. Breaking Bad? I mean,
frozen Seaman for sure.
if you love what you do. Most of the time, passion jobs just exploit you. That's true.
Hey, listen up.
You just got to find the right people to work with, which is hard, but that's part of the experience of having a career. What's up?
Morning, Fuzzy. Nice to see you again.
Good morning. Let's talk. No? How are you today? Hello, Seaman.
Yes?
Let's talk.
Okay, let's talk about... No, maybe tomorrow.
What do you mean? It is tomorrow. Maybe I didn't skip ahead far enough. I skipped ahead 24 hours. Are you hungry? Hungry?
No, leave me alone.
Okay. Sorry, dog. We'll do some spraying instead. Can't grab the one in the back. Oh, there we go. Any spiders in here? I don't see any spiders. Didn't I have more food? Huh. Thought I had like 2 more. Talk to me.
Tomorrow. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Okay. I guess he doesn't feel like talking. Guess we go back to the old time travel. Artificial... lengthening your game with artificial content. Let's talk. I don't know. They might do something to each other here. Only one of them is going to survive. They said they weren't hungry. Are you hungry?
No, not yet.
See? It's fine. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
Get your meat hooks off me.
All right, let's go to tomorrow then.
Would you like to save and end the session?
It's a buffer day where nothing happens. I haven't played Animal Crossing in fucking forever. The last time I played was when Vinny came to my island, which was really disappointing because I hadn't played for like a week or two before that either. So it was kind of like in shambles. I kind of gave up on Animal Crossing. Damn, you still haven't missed today? That's crazy. Honestly, the biggest thing for me with the Animal Crossing New Horizons, I was really disappointed by the dialogue with the villagers. I feel like it's going to be a much better game. It's the same New Leaf, I think. I mean, it didn't have the same thing with the dialogue, but like New Leaf became a much better game after several updates, and not just like the event updates, but like when they added a lot more content to the game. So, I mean, there's probably going to be a point in time where I revisit the game when they add some new features or something like that, but I don't know what their plan is for it. Yeah, the dialogue is so repetitive. It's weird to me. And like the animals don't feel like they have unique personalities to me anymore. But I think people play Animal Crossing for different reasons and enjoy it for different reasons. So I think a lot of the people who just like collecting stuff and making cool like houses and setups and designing their island and stuff, I don't think like it would take much longer to get tired of the game doing that kind of stuff. But that stuff doesn't interest me quite as much.
Good morning. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. It seems that visiting around this time has become a habit for you. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 cadmen. They are suffering from the cold. Please use the heater to raise the temperature to a more comfortable level. So let us head over to the tank.
All right. Not too much, Nimoy. My Dreamcast is making some weird sounds. Huh. Oh my god, look at them. Fucking massive. Oh, their tails are shrinking too.
It's about time.
They got fucking like swole. They're like wide now. Oh, spider. Get out of here. Oh shit, I just dropped him back in the same place. Oh, the spiders are so fucking weird in this. Look. Holy shit.
Hey, you.
You gonna eat that or what? Hello.
Good morning.
You're walking. Let's talk. You're on land.
Well, you know, I try to stay in shape.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Are you hungry?
What do you need?
Oh, God. Hungry?
Oh, you almost gave me a heart attack.
Oh, sorry. Hungry?
Nah.
You gonna eat that spider? Oh, there we go.
Ugh. Crunchy.
You're getting a Picard ad on my stream? That's you're the second person who said that. It's fucked up. I don't want them advertising that fucking shit show on my stream. Why is he turning red like that? Are you okay? Is he sick? What's happening to his face? The ad said they got a ton of good reviews. Here's my review of Star Trek Picard. It's fucking shit. And I love Star Trek. Yeah, I don't know what he what's that noise? What are you doing? I don't is he okay? Are you okay?
I really don't feel very well.
You'll be okay. I love you.
I really don't feel very well.
Can I help him?
Would you like to save and
should-
end the session?
I should consult my notes, my lab notes, really quick. All right, yeah. Let's look at our notes. I didn't kill him. I didn't make him eat that spider. Rip. Hmm. Tadmen will feed out, narrowing it down to 2. These 2 will begin to develop legs and feet, soon venture out onto dry land to become frogman. Okay, well, it should be fine. Looks like he's trying to take a wicked shit. I think I need to move, I guess I don't have access to the... I guess you got a sprinkler thing for these guys? Let's talk.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Oh. He's illin. I didn't feed him the spider. He ate the spider himself. Maybe, maybe they want a bug? Can I give them like a moth?
No thanks, I'm not hungry now.
Oh. Okay, well. Guess that moth will just chill for a while. Talk to me.
Hey, I have something I want to talk to you about. You know, I'm really getting the impression that you people are busy all the time. Maybe it's just here in America, which is such a business-obsessed culture. It seems like everyone is always complaining about not having any spare time, but when they get some, they don't know what to do with it because they're so used to being busy. It's strange that knowing how to relax appears to have become a skill you humans have to learn. You seem to know how to relax, if you're talking to me, but I want to know what else you do in your spare time. For example, what do you do when you're with your friends?
Smoke weed.
Jeez, did you just fart?
No.
I'm out of here.
God damn it. Let's talk.
Let me repeat the question. I said... Hey, I have something I want to talk to you about. You know, I'm really getting the impression that you people are busy all the time. Maybe it's just here in America, which is such a business-obsessed culture. It seems like everyone is always complaining about not having any spare time, but when they get some, they don't know what to do with it because they're so used to being busy. It's strange that knowing how to relax appears to have become a skill you humans have to learn. You seem to know how to relax, if you're talking to me, but I want to know what else you do in your spare time. For example, what do you do when you're with your friends?
Drugs.
Terrific. There's nothing that seals a friendship like illegal drugs.
Nice. Let's talk.
So, I think I have an idea of what activities you and your friends do in your time together. Do you see a lot of them, by the way?
No.
Well, that's too bad. It can be tough to maintain friendships sometimes, what with everyone's schedules and such. What matters is that they're there for you when you really need them and vice versa. They say that solitude is good for the soul, but sometimes it's good to get out and enjoy life with others of your kind too. I know you think people don't want to be around you, but maybe you'd be surprised. It gets really tough for us when the air gets too dry. There should be a sprinkler that Gasset built somewhere around here. It gets really tough for us when the air gets too dry. There should be a sprinkler that Gasset built somewhere around here. Hey, can you use the D-pad to look for it? Come on, use the D-pad and find the sprinkler.
Okay. Nice sprinkler. I don't want him to dry out. Can you imagine? What a shitty way to die. Drying out. This dude's fucked right now. Look, looks like he's fucking on some sort of trip right now. Are you okay? Can I help you?
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay. You're fine. Let's talk. Talk to me.
You know what I've noticed? People love to talk. Oh, sure, there are quiet ones every once in a while, but usually if you ask a person the right questions, they can go on for hours. I mean, why else would you have me around if you didn't like a good conversation every once in a while? I think that's also what makes a good friend. If they're willing to listen to you spout off about something, you just have to make sure you let them talk once in a while too, so you don't bore them to death. I know you said you don't hang out with friends all that often, but when you do, or when you talk with them on the phone, what kinds of things do you discuss?
Video games.
Yes, there is a lot to talk about there. But remember, not everything in the world worth talking about has wires coming out of it. Your friends don't, unless you only meet them in internet chat rooms. I say you can never really get bored if you have someone around who you can talk to. Sometimes it's more fun to just sit around and talk than it is to actually go do something. It all depends on the person, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. How deep is this game's AI? Whoa. Realistically, not very deep. It's more of like a dialogue tree with like lots of it's more Seaman asks you questions and you answer and it stores information versus like if I try and initiate conversation, I just get pretty much random responses. So it's not like it seems like it's very deep, but in reality it's fairly simple in a lot of ways.
I think I ate something I shouldn't have.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, they do have a lot of reactions programmed in. I talked about porn earlier with Seaman, and he knew what I was talking about. Talk to me.
Don't you have some mammary glands to suck or opposable thumbs to play with or something?
Oh, man, I wish I had some mammary glands to suck right now, but no, I don't. I mean, I could play with my opposable thumbs. I always got those. Those aren't going anywhere. Let's talk. Talk to me.
You know, we've been talking a little bit about friendship and social interaction and stuff like that, and it got me thinking. It really seems like people learn a lot of their social skills from being around their family. I mean, your family is your first exposure to the outside world. The way you get along with them is probably going to determine how you get along with other people later. What do you and your family like to do together?
Nothing.
I definitely have to party with you guys sometime. I mean, whoa.
I don't think he understood what I said. The tail's getting smaller.
What are you doing? Why don't you pick on somebody your own size? Let me go, you jerk! Come on, let me go!
Ooh, nice splort sound. Tickle, tickle. Oh, look at him twerk.
I love a good belly laugh.
Neri, I think I already know what it is. Yeah. Very good. Tickle the sick one. What if he, like, dies? Oh, God.
I'm really not feeling good.
You look great.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean. When you've got to go, you've got to go, and I think it's time for me to go.
Well, thank you for the shit. You're beautiful. I love you.
I really don't feel very well.
Let's talk.
Hey, settle down there.
Talk to me.
What can I do for you?
Let's talk.
You know, I have to say that I like it when you're around. I get to be by myself so much during the day that it's refreshing to spend some time with another person, even if it is you. There is something to be said for solitude, though. You certainly don't seem to mind it. What do you like to do when you're alone?
Play games.
You go dancing by yourself? Now that takes guts.
Not
Do you get dressed up when you go out?
not what I said. No.
No? Just like to come as you are and shake it all night, huh? Well, all right then. It's good that you don't mind being by yourself. It seems like a lot of people can't stand it because then they actually have to think. I see you don't have that problem.
Was that a backhanded compliment? Implying that I don't think? I mean, I got a bigger brain than you, buddy. My brain's fucking... It's massive. This dude's just like sitting in his own shit right now. I hope you feel better.
Hell no.
Oh, okay. Oh. Let's talk.
One thing I find really interesting about people is how very chameleon-like many of you can be. For example, when a person is talking to their closest friends as opposed to their employer, their entire persona will often change. Of course, it really depends on the person. I mean, you seem to do different things around people than when you're by yourself, and that leads me to ask you, depending on who you're with, do you think your personality changes a lot, a little, or not at all?
A little.
I think that's pretty common. People adapt to the situations around them. Often, the way you act around your grocery store clerk won't necessitate quite as much ass-kissing as when you're around people you owe money to. The things you do with different people and when you're alone reflect your personality changes, I think. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of things going on with you. No wonder you act differently around different people. It seems like you're doing lots of different things around them, too. Well, I think I know you well enough to tell you that even I act differently depending on who I'm with, and it makes sense. Everyone has different expectations of everyone else, and nobody expects me to pick my nose around them. Yes, that is my private moment. Don't tell anyone, please.
I've seen you do it.
Anyway, I'm going to go think about things for a while.
There you go, doing it right now.
It was nice talking with you. Bye.
Bye. It was nice talking to you too. Thanks for not being a dick at the end there, I guess. Can I help you?
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Wonder what happens when you Google sick Seaman. Let me make sure I spell it right. An active relief for of sick and disabled seamen. That's on Wikipedia. Passed by the 5th Congress, signed by President John Adams in July 16th, 1798. I don't think that's what I'm looking for. The Seaman's Rights and Duties from the Danish Maritime Authority. No. Sick Seaman Frog. Frog Seaman Super Bowl 1989. Pet frogs linked to salmonella outbreak in kids. CDC warns that water frogs can make your child sick. Recognizing modern maintenance and cure as an admiralty. Seaman within the Jones Act. Frog Tales, page 416. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find anything. I love you. I love you, Seaman.
What?
Okay, never mind. Let's talk. Talk to me.
That's my name. Don't wear it out.
Oh. Let's talk. I don't like being so close to this one's
head. I see you
head.
out there moving from place to place, and sometimes I am envious of your freedom. There are so many things you can do. I can imagine what it must be like to be so free. It's weird how familiar it seems. You must get a lot of exercise running around as you do. So with all that moving about, do you think you're in pretty good shape?
Nope.
You think you're in pretty bad shape, is that right?
Yep.
I thought you really liked your body. Maybe you've just really let yourself go recently, or maybe you just like your body despite being out of shape. I mean, it's not like round is necessarily a bad shape. You know, circles are round and they're great. It's hard to say whether or not someone is in good shape. It seems like your TV and magazines tell you what it means to be fit, but that idea of fitness can be pretty unrealistic. On the other hand, it's pretty safe to say that a little physical activity will make you fitter than just sitting around on your butt and eating potato chips. You don't seem really satisfied with your level of fitness.
I think I've talked about it on stream before, but like the majority of the exercise I got in the last decade was from working in a kitchen. So as soon as I stopped working in kitchens, like everything caught up to me. And I've just had like, and having medical problems makes it harder to take care of some of that shit. So yeah, I'm not in the best shape. I mean, I could be worse though. But my parents are in really bad shape, and I see them, and I like see the things they do. Like I eat pretty healthy. I just am not very active. You're saying tickle or get well soon. Get well soon.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, let me tickle you a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Yeah,
Oh.
get out. Get out the badness.
I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
Do it. Do it.
I'm really not feeling good. I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
Get the poison out.
Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
Get the poison out.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up. I'm really not feeling good.
I could do this all day.
I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
I love you.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Get well soon. Feel better.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
I didn't understand that. Get well soon.
I feel sick.
Feel better.
Hell no.
Oh, okay. I love you, Seaman.
I won't talk if you will not take care of me.
What do you need?
Some antibiotics would be nice.
Okay, I don't have those. Get well soon. Get better.
Huh?
Feel better.
Huh?
Huh? I got you antibiotics.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Did the other one go in the water? Look at that frog ass. Can I buy him some medicine? No, I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe giving him like a bug makes him feel better. I really don't know. I think I want to let these grow into moths so that I can feed them. I would assume there's something you could probably give to make him feel better. Or maybe it is just talking with him and interacting. Get better soon. Get well soon.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I... Come on, I'm sick here. Let me go. Oh, oh, I'm going to hurl. Oh, oh.
What is he doing?
I'm really not feeling good. Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
All right, then. Let's talk.
I'm Illin.
I wasn't
Yes,
talking to
I
you
am.
over there on the left. Let's talk. Talk to me. Let's talk. It's weird. Let's talk. It's weird how sometimes the game just like stops taking voice commands. I guess it's because something's about to happen or they're just like done with you. Why is all the sound in my left ear now? Let's talk. Talk to me. Hello. Seaman. Seaman, please. Just clip through the fucking ground there. Oh, here he comes. Talk to me. Let's talk. Seaman. Hello. Yeah, he's not responding to like anything right now.
I think I ate something I shouldn't have. Don't make me laugh.
Get well soon.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
I got you medicine.
I feel sick.
Talk to me.
It seems strange to me that with all the wonderful things you can do with your bodies, there are still people out there who are out of shape. People actually have to make time in their day just to exercise. And when they do strange, useless motions over and over that serve no purpose except to move their muscles. It seems like such a shame that your world doesn't naturally allow for more physical activity. You think you're in pretty bad shape, huh? Well, what are you doing to get in better shape?
Exercising?
I wonder if you're one of those people who claims to exercise when in fact you mainly just exercise the right not to exercise. Well, that's very interesting. I would have thought that exercise would pay off for you, but you still don't seem to think your body is in very good shape. It's possible you might just be imagining all sorts of bodily problems where none exist. At least you're trying to become fitter, and that's really all you can do.
Yeah, totally trying, dog.
I don't feel so good.
I love you.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
You're poisoned.
I'm Illin. Yes, I am.
Yeah, I know. You're Illin. Let's talk. Talk to me.
Yes?
Let's talk.
You know, I'm really fascinated by health clubs and gyms, these huge places full of fancy equipment and open spaces where you can run around. And you have to actually pay to belong to one, when in the past you could just pick any field and run around in it to your heart's content. Or you'd get so muscular and fit from all the manual labor you'd have to do that you wouldn't need a special place and time just to exercise. But I guess the world you live in gives you no other choice. So tell me, do you belong to a health club?
No.
So even though you know you could be more fit, you don't want to take the plunge and join a gym? It might help, although I guess I can see your hesitation. They offer a lot of different activities in one convenient place, but I just can't help but think a human being might want to do something more natural, like play a sport or even jog outside than be cooped up in a stinky gymnasium with a bunch of machines.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd much rather just like walk around the neighborhood than go to the gym. I mean, there's like a community center near me that has a gym that's nice. I mean, I've gone there before, but there's some VR games that are a good workout too. Talk to me. Let's talk.
Something.
Something. Let's talk.
It seems like there are a lot of different things to keep in mind when you're trying to stay in shape. Exercising is one of them, but eating right is also very important, especially where you live. There's no shortage of food here, well, for most people, and it's very easy to eat too much of the wrong thing, it seems. No wonder so many people have problems with their weight. Would you say that for the most part you eat a pretty healthy diet?
Yes.
You do eat healthy?
Yeah.
You must really chow down on the vegetables then. What's your favorite one?
Cucumber.
I assume you're talking about land cucumbers and not sea cucumbers. I don't think you'd want to put one of those things in a salad. It's a shame that the things that are good for you don't usually taste as good as the bad ones. And you know what? The junk food marketers know it. So my advice is, beat the system. Eat a pound of broccoli.
Hell yeah. Eat your broccoli to beat the system. Drink your hibiscus water. You doing all right back there, buddy? Oh, he's moving.
I'm really not feeling good.
What's your favorite vegetable?
What do you want?
Talk to me.
You know, I've never been to a place that's as diet obsessed as America. It seems like nobody wants to stay healthy the hard way, to actually exercise and eat right. Instead, people are always looking for a quick and easy way to lose a bunch of weight, as if they're just automatically going to stay healthy after the diet is over. It looks like you take pretty regular care of yourself anyway, but have you ever been on a diet?
Yes.
You and just about everyone else. Are you dieting right now?
No.
I guess you don't need a special diet since you seem to take pretty good care of yourself anyway. Those diets can sometimes do you more harm than good. There's definitely something to watching what you eat, but if you ask me, it seems to me that a lot of the diets that are so fashionable these days are just attempts to wrangle money out of people who are genuinely concerned about their health. It has to be possible to lose weight and get healthy without handing over a bunch of cash for something that may not even be that good for you.
Seaman's spitting some facts right now. What happened to that moth? Did it, like, escape? I'm only gonna play this a little bit longer. Did they completely redo the dialogue with a focus on America and the localization? I don't know, because he does ask what country you're in, and he assumes that you're in America if you're playing the like US version of the game. I don't know how localized it is for, like, I'm sure if you bought the US version and you said you were from Canada, it might change some of the stuff, but I don't know how intense the localization is. It would be interesting to see other playthroughs of people in different countries. Let's talk.
I don't want to.
Do you need anything?
What can I do for you?
Let's talk.
I was thinking earlier about how interested your culture is in sports. I would say even obsessed sometimes. It can really get out of hand, but now that we're talking about health and staying fit, it almost doesn't seem like such a bad thing. That is, if you're actually playing a sport and not sitting in front of a TV and watching someone else play it. Tell me, what's your favorite sport to play?
I don't fucking know. I haven't played sports
When
in
I
forever.
ask you something, I expect an answer.
I know.
Okay, I asked you this before, but it seems you had an attitude problem the last time. Let's try this again. Tell me, what's your favorite sport to play?
Basketball.
You play basketball?
Not really anymore. Yeah.
I'd like to see you score sometime. I think I understand why people want to play sports. It must be fun to see what you can make your body do if you just try a little. And you also get to hang out with other people and test your skills against theirs. I guess I still think some people can get too interested in sports, especially if it interferes with the mental stimulation they get. As with most things, balance is the key.
Yeah, sure. I haven't played sports in like 12 years. I played basketball. Yeah, I know I'm short. Short people can play basketball. Not well, but they can play it. Let's talk. Yeah, I played like soccer and baseball when I was really little. And I played lacrosse too.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
I hate watching sports though. I'm really
Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Oh, I think I feel something coming up. I'm really not feeling good.
maybe I can hypnotize him to feel better. You will feel better. Look into my cursor. You will feel better. You will...
Stop. I can't take it anymore. Strangely hypnotic.
Alright. Why did the other one? Talk to me. Let's talk.
I was thinking earlier about sports and how popular they are here. As I was saying, it would be really great for the collective health of the country if everyone played sports, but it doesn't do so much for you to just sit and watch them. I want to find out about this fascination with watching other people play sports, being a spectator. Do you follow any professional sports?
No.
Well, you're a rare specimen. You play sports, but you don't follow the pros. It's definitely the healthier way to go. Anyhow, thanks for playing.
Okay. Let's talk. Sonic the Hedgehog.
It's fine, thanks.
Oh, okay. Talk to me.
What do you need?
Let's talk.
I've been asking you a lot about your health, and it seems that working out and eating right are two big components of it all, along with getting plenty of sleep and sex, two of my favorite things.
Oh, shit.
But it seems that your human body is still so delicate. All the working out and dieting in the world can't make sure that something won't just go wrong anyway. That's where your physicians come in. Do you go to the doctor regularly?
Yes.
That's to your benefit. Besides, it's another excuse to get naked.
What?
I am behaving saucily today, aren't I?
What?
Human beings are very lucky to have figured out how to heal themselves when they get sick. No other creature can do that. It's easy to take all your medical knowledge for granted, but think about it. If you were living even several hundred years ago, you'd still be putting leeches on yourself whenever you got a cold. Not that leeches are such a bad thing, but they're not exactly what I would call good medicine. Anyway, I'm glad to know that if something goes wrong with you, there's somebody that can help you out.
What a weird question. Yeah, Seaman's getting horny. I mean, not like he hasn't been having weird sex with himself. Let's talk.
Like I was saying earlier, it's important to go to the doctor every once in a while, but it seems like it's not always so easy to do, since healthcare can be so expensive. I'm fascinated by this idea of health insurance.
Oh, God.
Well, actually, I find it a little sad.
Yeah.
You humans are so sure that someday you're going to get sick that you actually put money away, especially for that time. There's no escaping it, I guess. Do you have health insurance?
Yes.
I see. Well, if you do, I guess you might as well make good use of it. That didn't come out exactly right, but you know what I mean. Do you get sick a lot?
Yes.
Good thing you're insured then.
Yeah.
Although I can't help but notice that you'd probably get sick a lot less often if you changed your lifestyle a little bit.
Okay. Thank you. I know. Maybe. What's it called? Ugh! I have a genetic condition. You fuck. Stupid fuck frog. Talk to me.
It's Seaman, punk.
I didn't say... Talk to me.
So, we've been
Oh.
talking a lot about the health of your body. That's of course extremely important, but it also helps to have a healthy mind. So, to that end, have you ever gone to a therapist?
Yes.
So then I guess you're used to the responses, yes, I see. And what do you think? But seriously, do you think it helped you?
Yes.
Good. I'm glad. It seems that a lot of people think that maintaining their mental health through the efforts of a therapist is a sign of weakness. Yet, most people don't see going to the doctor for a physical ailment as a sign of weakness. Strange how people think sometimes. Now, because you seem to have had such a good experience, let me ask you this. Do you think everybody would benefit from a little therapy?
Yes.
Maybe it's true. It's possible that therapy isn't always about being cured, but also just stepping back and looking at yourself from a distance. And I'll bet everybody could use a little perspective like that. By far, the most mysterious part of your human body is the brain. Even your greatest scientists will freely admit that they barely know anything about how it works. And yet, when something is wrong in your head, I'll bet it hurts just as much as a wound or a disease. I hope you take care of your mind as well as you take care of your body. Or better, since you don't seem to be too keen on keeping your body tip-top.
All right, buddy. Yeah, Seaman is very judgmental, but I mean, I guess that's just how frogs are. Or fish, I don't know. Creatures of the water. I like how he talks, but he also does like frog noises. I love you. Get well soon.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
I hope you feel better.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Yo, Babbitt, thanks for the resub. I appreciate that. I heal you.
I feel sick.
Get better.
I feel sick.
No more sick.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Throw up.
No, that isn't it. I do feel funny, but I really can't place it.
A spider.
I feel sick.
You ate a spire.
I
Spider.
feel sick.
A spire. Think happy thoughts. I want you to feel better.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
Throw up.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Vomit. Vomit.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
I love you.
I'm Illin. Yes, I am.
I know you are.
Oh, oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. I'm really not feeling good. uh, I'm really not feeling good. uh,
Let's talk.
ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
A wrong Seaman. So, don't hide behind the rock. Let's talk. Talk to me.
Well, thanks for letting me in on some of your health secrets. All of us animals have these fragile organic bodies that break down and cause us pain. But human beings are especially fascinating because they can actually prevent or cure so many of the body's problems. That's why I wanted to know what you do to keep yourself healthy. I want to know how you humans take advantage of their medical knowledge. Some people take it all for granted and do stupid, destructive things to their bodies just because they're used to having the means to recover. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to go take a little rest. I don't want to overexert myself and get sick. I'll talk to you later.
You mean like the other Seaman? Let's play. You like medicine?
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
You want soup? Medicine?
Oh, I really don't feel very well. Oh.
Oh. Why is your mouth opening like that? Don't die.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up.
Poor sick Seaman. I knew I shouldn't have put the spider in here. I didn't know they were gonna hop out of the pond, though. I wonder if they're done talking for the day. Let's talk. Oh, maybe not.
No, I'm done for today.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Are they the last remaining? Yeah, these of the like 8 or 6 tadpoles we had, these 2 survived. And by survived, I mean they ate everyone else. I want to name you. Let me name you.
Coming, Your Majesty.
Let me give you a name. Let me name you. God, I was able to do it before. I think you're still able to name them at this point. I will give you a name.
Okay, I'm going to let you give me a name.
There we go.
When you've decided what you want to call me, say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
All right then. Here's how to do it. You're going to say my new name 3 times. Each time I say now, say the name once. Got it? Now.
Pookie 3.
One more time.
Pookie 3.
One more time.
Pookie 3.
Okay, I'll remember that. Next time you want to call me using that name. And don't forget the name you gave me, 'cause if you do, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Well, I'll talk to you later, my friend.
I love you, Pookie 3.
This better be important.
I love you. I love you.
Tell me if it tastes funny, why don't you?
Okay. Turn that frown upside down. Oh, okay, you just... Thanks.
Oh, knock it off. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
You know what? Let's see. What time is it? It's 3:20. I've been streaming for almost 3.5 hours. Let's do one more day in this. I feel like we're getting close to the end. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot more to do while they're frogmans. I feel like we're close to the end. All right. I hope the sick one.
I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
I hope the sick one gets better.
Would you like to save and end the session?
All right, so we'll do one more day, and then I don't know. I'll see how I'm feeling. Maybe I'll take a break and do some Terraria, or I'll just stop. Stop! Oh! Oh! This game does have like an actual ending, right? Like credits and like a game over or a win condition? Or does it just go on forever at a certain point? I actually don't know.
Hello. Welcome to the laboratory of Jean-Paul Gasset. Greetings, and welcome back. You're doing a good job. Very well. The Tadmen are now closer in appearance to frogs rather than tadpoles. Let us then call them frogmen. Ah, you can now use the sprinkler. Frogman is sensitive to dryness, so you must use the sprinkler frequently. At the moment, the habitat contains 2 frogmen, Seaman has become ill after eating a spider. Please take good care of him. Some kind words of encouragement may help him feel better. So let us head over to the tank.
I guess that's the only hint you get. Some kind words of encouragement. I mean, I said nice things. Dear Seaman, I hope you get better. Love, Fuzzy.
Oh, it's cold in here. Can I get some heat?
The fuck is that one doing in the back?
That dry air wreaks havoc on my skin.
Oh, they're sneezing. Wait, sure is too bad we don't just have like a timer and a
it's cold in
sensor
here.
on the heater.
My stomach is growling.
All right, you hungry? You're hungry. I got you. Some
How about some food?
is one gonna be good?
I don't feel so good.
I got you food, dog.
A hungry seaman is a cranky seaman.
Do they not? I mean, are you gonna eat this? Look. Food.
Thank goodness, I'm starving.
There you go. Let's witness. Ooh,
Good.
amazing. You can do it, Seaman.
I really don't feel very well.
Get better soon.
I really don't feel very well.
I love you.
I really don't feel very well. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. I'm really not feeling good.
Please don't die. Hang in there. You'll be okay.
I feel sick.
Just rest.
I really don't feel very well.
It'll be fine.
Is it me or is the tank spinning?
Are you hungry?
Maybe I could eat a little antacid, but that's it. I really don't know what I ate that made me this way.
There's a spider. Spiders. Look out, a spider. Spiders.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
I hope you feel better. Feel better soon.
I am not.
Oh. I don't know what I said.
Oh, oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Make it stop.
Is he about to, like, throw shit at me? Let's talk.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch,
Wrong
if
one.
you know what I mean.
Talk to me.
Hey, you.
Let's talk.
Yes, once again, the sun comes up, and here you are.
Talk to me. Let's talk. Let's talk.
You're making me blush.
What?
You know, I've been around you humans for a long time now, and it seems like every group of people, every country, state, and kingdom has a different way of setting up its government. Sometimes one person has all the power. Sometimes everyone shares the power. It seems like there are as many different types of governments as there are people in the world. Human politics is very interesting to me, which is why I am very curious. As you are currently residing in a democratic society, are you taking advantage of your power? What I mean is, are you registered to vote?
Yes.
So you're signed up to be a voter then?
Yes.
That's good. If they allowed Seaman to have a say in things, I am very sure I would take advantage as well.
Here we go. He's probably gonna start digging into our political history here. I mean, he already did a little bit. Talk to me.
Yes?
Let's talk. Let's talk.
I'm still thinking about this government of yours. I mean, with everybody's different ideas of how to run things, how do you ever agree on anything? You seem to have a few major belief groups that most people fall into, like the Republicans and the Democrats. But I'll bet not everybody in your country falls into one of those, right? I guess it's just a matter of which group has more supporters. If I had to guess, I'd say you are a Democrat, am I right?
No.
I see. Well, never mind then. Why don't you just tell me? What political party are you closer to?
None.
So you don't support any specific party, is that right?
Yes.
Just one citizen at large. That's cool.
That's me.
All those organized parties, they don't really understand the real you.
I wonder, first off, I think it's interesting he assumed that I was a Democrat. I wonder if that's just based on, like, some of the questions that I answered before, or if he always does that. And I kind of am wondering what he would have said if I said yes. Yeah, maybe all the talk of weed and porn. Talk to me. Oh yeah, California too.
What do you need?
Let's talk.
You have remarkable taste.
Yeah. Let's talk.
You know, I'm rather curious about your general stance about your political system. Namely, I wonder how much you believe in it. I mean, does it really make any difference which candidate you vote for? All of your politicians are basically the same anyway. What's the difference between rich middle-aged white man A and rich middle-aged white man B? About the most variety you could hope for is a very rich middle-aged white man, or maybe a rich old white man. But, okay, let's just say there is a difference, just for the sake of argument. Would it matter then who you voted for? After all, yours is just one voice in a country of millions and millions.
No.
A realist, are you? It makes me wonder why you even bothered to register.
It's my duty. I wonder who Seaman would vote for. Who would you vote for?
I like you too, but not in that way. You know, I'll bet you're not really interested in politics anyway. And I'll bet you're wishing I'd just shut up and talk about sex or something you're really interested in. But you tell me, are you interested in politics at all?
Sort of.
Oh, you are you?
Yes.
Well, that's good. There's so much activity in politics. Somebody's always getting caught with an intern or embezzling funds. It's better than a soap opera. So I'm guessing you're politically interested in the legalization of drugs. Am I right?
Holy shit. Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know these things. I am very intuitive, you see.
They're legal now.
Well,
kind of.
what about violence in video games?
Oh my gosh.
That's turning into a bigger and bigger political issue every time some poor, disturbed kid decides to take his aggressions out on his schoolmates instead of video game characters. There are politicians in your government that want to decide what kinds of games you can and can't play. They want to censor your games. I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing for other games, but for me, they'll probably try to make me put on some underwear. And you wouldn't want to see that. Let me show you how it's done.
What? You taking a shit? Why you... bro. We were just having a nice talk. I guess that's how, Seaman feels about politics. And censorship. Talk to me.
You know, when your country needs to decide something like whether to raise or lower taxes, let women make a choice about having children, or if gay people deserve to be treated the same way as everyone else, why does it have to be so complicated? It used to be so much simpler. A king, or maybe an emperor or a pharaoh would say, "Do it this way," and that would be that. No elections, no debates, no lobbyists, no congressional subcommittees, no endless legal battles. Ah, those were the days. Why do you suppose your system is so complicated? Do you think it's done this way to give everyone a say in government?
No.
I see. Your system of government is actually set up for exactly the opposite purpose. To make sure the people, that's you, don't get enough power to screw things up. So, let's see. Do you know what the Electoral College is?
Oh boy. Yes.
Okay. How about checks and balances? Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Well, good for you. They probably taught you in school that there are three branches of government: the President, the Congress, and the court system. And the system of checks and balances ensures that no one branch of government can become too strong. Know why your founding fathers did that? So if the people tried to actually do something, let's say by electing a president they wanted, Congress and the Supreme Court could still stop them from messing things up. So what you have is a system designed to stop people like you from having a say in the government. It's just hidden a lot better than it would be in a kingdom or an empire. You should have just stuck with your kings. It's a lot simpler that way, you know.
Oh boy.
You could have had a smooth transition from King George III of England to King George Washington of Vermont. It would have saved a lot of money on printing costs, at least. Well, I'm all talked out. I'll see you later.
Okay. Is this dialogue specific to the US version? I would assume so. I mean, some of the stuff about democracy they might still have in the Japanese version. Or they might talk. I wouldn't be surprised if the Japanese version talks more about like Japan's historical, political issues.
Oh, knock it off. Don't make me laugh. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out.
I hope you feel better.
Oh, I really don't feel very well.
Can I help you?
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
I love you.
Ooh, I think I'm going to lose my lunch, if you know what I mean.
He's not getting better. So are you just not gonna talk to me? God, he looks so fucking weird with the green. Let's talk.
I'm not your trained monkey, all right?
Takes a day or two. Talk to me. Talk to me.
You know, over the centuries, human beliefs have ranged a wide berth. All sorts of people argue incessantly about their idols, their gods, and now it seems that people have narrowed it down to only a few. You being the human I'm the closest to, I'd really like to know what you think of this subject. More exactly, do you believe in a god or gods or some sort of supreme being?
No.
So you think there's no god, is that right?
Yes.
Apparently not everybody needs to think of themselves as small and weak compared to some larger force. Maybe you get all the strength you need from inside yourself. That's interesting.
What are you guys doing? Yo, break it up.
I hate you.
Stop it. What the fuck was that? Bad.
Drop me.
Oh no,
now.
you're good. You're bad.
Oh, I'm going to hurl.
Talk to me. Let's talk.
Talk is overrated.
Oh. We were having such a nice conversation about God and politics. I like that Seaman just thinks we should go back to having, like, monarchies and empires. As if that really worked out for most of history. Let's talk. Talk to me.
I can certainly understand your skepticism regarding a higher power, but I've noticed that many people don't believe in a god, yet still consider themselves spiritual people. You know, they meditate, they try to be true to themselves. It's all pretty interesting, I think. Would you say you're very spiritual?
Yes.
Is that so? Tell me, how do you get in touch with your spiritual side?
Thinking?
Well, good for you. Obviously, you don't need to subscribe to someone else's system of beliefs to be spiritual. Some people consider themselves spiritual, some do not. Perhaps all beings, fish and humans alike, should acknowledge their spirituality and look into themselves. At the least, it seems that they'll be all the wiser by simply having thought about it.
Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, push that motherfucker. Let's talk.
All right, you've given me plenty to ponder, but here's what I really want to know, what my questions have been leading up to. Ready? I want you to think about this and give me a serious answer. Do you think you're a good person?
Yes.
So, you think you're a good person, hmm?
Try to be. Yes.
Is that so? Politicians often complain that your society would be more ethical if more humans were religious, and yet even though you don't belong to any organized religion, you consider yourself a good person. Perhaps politicians are not as smart as they think.
Yeah, maybe. Who'd have thought of that? Stop smelling the other one's ass.
Oh, I think I feel something coming up. Oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. I'm gonna pee if you don't stop. oh, I'm going to throw up if you don't watch out. I sound like Santa.
Let's talk.
After everything you've told me about yourself, I think I already know how you feel on this subject, but I still want to ask you. Do you think religion makes the world a better place or a worse place?
Worse.
Well, it's not a particular shock that you could take or leave the whole faith thing. Well, how about this then? Let's say there were only one religion in the world. Would the world be a better or worse place?
Better?
So you think the whole world would be better off if there were only one religion on the entire planet?
Not really, because what if you don't agree with that religion? No.
That's the opposite of what you just said. Let's try again. Do you think the world would be better or worse if there were only one religion?
Worse.
So you think the world would be worse off if there were only one religion?
Yeah,
I think I agree with you there.
kind of a weird question,
The
but
world would be a lot less interesting if everyone were carbon copies of one another. Well, as I'm sure you've guessed, I find the whole institution of religion quite confounding. Most humans run around like they're masters of the world, while at the same time bowing down to a higher power that's supposed to make life better. On top of that, most people can't even agree on who or what the higher power is, so they argue and fight over it and bring about a lot of misery and heartbreak in the name of something that is supposed to bring people joy. I just don't get it. And quite frankly, just thinking about it gives me a headache, so I'm going to go away and try and figure it all out.
yeah, I feel you.
I'll talk to you later.
Stop smelling his ass. Any spiders in here? Doesn't look like it. Can I drop these in here? Yeah, I can. Never did that before. I think I tried, but it didn't work. Okay, that one just fell through the ground. I love you. Get well soon.
I'm illin. Yes, I am.
Feel better, Seaman.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Let's talk.
Tomorrow. We'll talk again tomorrow.
Okay, fine. I think that's all I'm gonna do today. That means the next time I stream this is probably gonna be the end of the game. Instead of finishing it off today, we'll leave it for one more session. Ugh. 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 Ow.
Would you like to save and end the session?
I would, yes. I know I talked about maybe doing Terraria after this. I'm actually getting really hungry though. I kind of need to eat some dinner. And I'd rather not just take a really long BRB. So maybe I'll save that for tomorrow. I think maybe that's a good idea. But I probably for sure will be back tomorrow. I do have other stuff I have to work on, but yeah, this month my streaming, as if it's any different than normal, but this month my streaming might be a little erratic because there's a lot that I have going on. But I guess we'll see. Let me pop on over here. Oh, that's the wrong thing. All right. Yeah, thank you very much you guys for hanging out. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good time with Seaman. I know I did. and hopefully we'll see what happens with Seaman. Maybe he'll feel, give us some hope and optimism for the future. Who knows? Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and you should too. You guys have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it again. Probably gonna raid Desert. I think Desert's streaming right now. I'll see. But yeah, you guys take it easy, and again, stay safe. If you weren't here at the beginning, I talked a lot about at the very beginning of the stream about everything going on. So if you want to hear what I have to say about that, I don't know why you would, but you can go back and listen to it. I'm probably not gonna talk about it too much unless I feel the need to. Anyways, um, take it easy. Have a good one. Peace.